There's a lot of focus today on mental health. And especially with everything going on in the world and after the pandemic, I think we're seeing huge repercussions of mental health in our youth, in adults, all the different things. So much is coming at us, and I've talked about this in videos, but in particular, motherhood and women that are mothers and mental health. I want to talk about today how to protect your mental health at every stage. I'm Alicia Soical, the Empowered Woman, and I'm here to help guide you through this whole life change of how do you lead yourself so you can lead others, whether it's your family, your business, yourself, and just make life better on this journey that we're here to live on this earth. And the biggest things as moms is that we give everything of ourselves, whether we realize it or not. Our children are imprinted in us. They say the DNA of your child stays within you, even after long on after they're born. And there's generations of generations. I know that people have done generation healing. There's trauma that happens from childhood, from you, and you're passing down to generations. And that being said is that we are all intertwined. The energy of the whole world is intertwined, whether we want to believe it or not. It's just the truth. You know, if you give everything of yourself and you bear children, I've had three beautiful natural births, and I've been very fortunate to experience that at all different ages of my life when I was much younger. I have a 19-year-old son now, a 16-year-old daughter, and a 7-year-old. So I've kind of gone through some of the stages in life 3 times over. And even though there's so many people around you, I have 3 kids and a husband and dogs, there's people constantly around me. There's a loneliness and drained feeling that shows up. And I don't know if it's hormonal. Definitely in perimenopause right now because I'm going to be 50. And there's hormonal stuff that happens even after you have a child. The hormones are leaving your body, like postpartum depression and all those things happen. And I think it's really important to understand the skills that we need to put into place to protect our mind and our energy so that we can show up for our families better and show up as the best versions of ourselves. The thing that happens the worst is that you do feel this way, and then there's this immense guilt that you feel as a mother that, gosh, I wish I hadn't had a short temper with my child, or I wish I could have done all the things I wanted to do, but you're just so physically exhausted that you can't even enjoy that process. And gosh, I tell you, we are beat down from day one, right? The baby comes out and you're barely getting any sleep. You're delirious. I just went and saw one of my past clients. She's so sweet. They had their first baby and I could just see the exhaustion on her face. And I told her, just hang on. She's at 9 weeks. And there is this weird turning point I noticed with all 3 of my kids. And I've seen it with other people that once you pass like that 9, 10, 11, like almost like 3-month period, whether their stomachs are larger, they can hold more food, or they just kind of settle in and you kind of get to know them. There just seems to be more of an ease with the sleeping and then things falling into place. Because I know when they were much younger, newborn all the way up until that 8 or 9 week period, I was really questioning how I was going to make it at work and all the things that I needed to do. So knowing that and having that confidence after that first baby definitely helped with baby 2 and 3. But you still have toddlers to take care of and children to take care of on top of it. So you don't have that sweetness of having your first child. So that being said, I think it's really important to understand the mental load, the physical load, the emotional load of being a mom, whether you're physically had children yourself, whether you had a surrogate, whether you've adopted, whether you're a caregiver, all of those things carry a mental, physical, emotional load to you as a woman, as a caregiver. And it is so important to really focus on understanding that those things do drain you. And if you don't fill your cup back up, there is a limit, there's a capacity that will go away and that you can't just keep going, because there will be a breakdown, a physical breakdown and shutdown. Whether you want there to be or not, it happens. And we've seen it happen again in women where they completely fall apart. People like lose their stuff, they leave. I don't know what happens, but you kind of see a little bit of everything in the world today, right? And so I think it's really important to understand like how mental health shows up in motherhood. It's different than men potentially, because we have the fun thing of hormones. Like hormones come into play differently than men and women. And I am not a doctor in that way, but I am a woman and I've experienced these crazy hormones, and it's like having an out-of-body experience sometimes and you don't even know what's happening. And it's scary because it is scary. You don't know what's happening and you're like, what is happening to me? And you don't want to be this way. So I think it's important about when you feel you're being stretched too thin is to recognize, and I said this before, the self-awareness piece is to recognize when that's happening to you and to be like, whoa, this is happening to me. I'm feeling stretched thin. I need to do something about it, whether it is I need a good meal, I need a good rest, I need to take a bath, I need to get away, something. You need to have someone that you can tap out, like the double wrestling from when you had like the partner wrestling, that you can be like, I just need 10 minutes. I just need an hour. I need something before I go cuckoo. And recognizing those signals in yourself that you need to tap out. That's the number one thing I think you need to do. And understanding that a lot of it being irritable, having perfectionism, like beating yourself up, all those are just signs of you not taking care of yourself. So our body will give us signs, whether it's a headache, your head hurts, you might be coming down with something, or your brain might be overloading, or you might have allergies, but If you're hungry, it's because you need to eat food. If you're thirsty, you need to drink. If you're tired, you need to rest and sleep. Our bodies are really smart at taking care of us. Our brains are just really good at shutting it down and taking over. So I would say, like, listen to your body more and be quiet and still to make that happen. And the ways that you can support your space and mental health is to say yes and no to things. I can't stress enough when I say the word making limits for yourself about what you will and will not do. And I'm not even using the word boundaries because I think it's a really word that, like, such a hot button word for some people. And understanding that you need to have a line in the sand for yourself and that it's okay to have alone time. You don't have to be attached to your child. I felt so bad that I didn't want to be near my kid all the time when I was early on in stages. It's normal. You need to have some space. Like, your body's not your body anymore, especially if you're breastfeeding and you're taking care of everything and your body's not even recognizable after having children sometimes. So it's really important to recognize that you just need a little bit of space for yourself, even if it's a shower, a walk around Target, whatever have you. You just need that little space for yourself, and make sure that happens daily, not once a week. Daily, people, and have a conversation. The last piece with that is ask for help. So many people want to help you, but you won't let them help you. I know this for a fact because you see people all the time. I'm good. I'm guilty of that. I used to say that too. I'm good. I got it. I got it. I got it. I'm good. I'm good. No, you're not. You're not good. You're falling apart. You need to accept the help. You remember the receiving karma video? It's about receiving and understanding when you need to take help, because you're going to help other people one day. And it goes full circle. And it's so important to understand, like, how do you accept that help and not turn it away, because you are your worst chokehold when you do that. So many people want to help you. Even our spouses want to help us, but they're tiptoeing around us because they don't want to make us mad at the same time. Allow the help to happen. Ask your older kids to help you if you have older kids. I do that all the time now. As a coach, you really can't lead someone else until you lead yourself. Part of leading yourself is understanding all of these things, taking space for yourself, commanding that for yourself, for your own sanity, and showing others that because you love yourself and you're taking care of yourself, you're going to be a better leader, a better mother, a better wife, a better friend, all those things. And then it's kind of a weird magnet that happens. Like, you just show up differently in a different place of calm and peace, and people want to follow you. People want to work with you. It's a different place to come from than, forcing and will and just driving through and irritability and just anger. I don't know if that lands or resonates with you, but that's just kind of one of the things I do now. And one of the biggest for me healing is doing the meditation. I cannot stress enough. I know I've done many videos on meditation, but meditating daily, having that quiet spot, just having some self-reflection time of understanding, like, how was I today? How do I want to show up tomorrow? Where am I feeding myself? Where do I need to grow? Where am I, like, not happy? Where am I feeling weird and icky? And clearing my energy and cutting my cords and working on myself with pranic healing. I'm not doing it daily, but I'm working on myself because this is part of a practice of me getting better and better. And I will be honest with you, it's not natural. It's something I'm learning. And that's why I want to say that, giving myself the space to learn and make that better. But I am seeing night and day differences in me being intentional about that as a parent, as a businesswoman, just as a human. I just have a more quiet mind, and I can't tell you what a gift that is. And so if you're curious about that, DM me below that you're curious about a quiet mind. And I'm just curious how you quiet your mind. And if you want to talk more about this or get one-to-one coaching from me on this, shoot me a message. I'm happy to tell you how to schedule and go from there. But if you like this content, please give me a thumbs up. I'm still new and growing. I'd love a subscribe. And I'm learning to interweave this whole energy healing piece with my business and growth. And I know it's all together because our whole world is comprised of energy interconnected. So of course it's going to land and be part of all the world. But till next time, stay empowered. Okay, bye.